92.5 KJJY. My name is Jacob Beals, and one of my favorite parts of this job is sometimes I get to interview some country music icons I grew up listening to, and today that is the case. We're being joined by Trace Adkins on the phone. He's going to be in Boone this Saturday, June 22nd at the Central Iowa Expo. Trace, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jacob?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm so excited to talk to you, Trace. This is an honor. And last night when I found out I was going to get to do this interview, I was scrolling on social media and a preview came up for the latest season of Behind the Music on Paramount Plus. And I actually watched your episode last night. And after it was done, I felt really uplifted, Trace. It was great.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I was, I was a little embarrassed by that whole thing. Some of those stories were a little hard to retell and hear told, and but hey, it is what it is.
Well, but Trace, you came out on the end of it really great, and I love how your whole life you've done things your own way, and I just think that's really cool.
Well, I think that's the only way I know how to do them, man. I just, I don't pretend to be anything or anybody that I'm not, and I just, what you see is what you get, and that's served me well.
Absolutely, Trace. Well, one thing I found out during that documentary I never knew actually is you actually worked on an oil rig for a while. What was that job like?
I enjoyed it. I worked in the oil field for 10 years before I started doing this. I worked in production on land for 4 years, and then I went to work on a drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico and for Global Marine, and I worked out there for 6 years, and then I moved to Nashville in '92.
And Trace, this latest tour you're on, it's called Somewhere in America, which is a great song, and I love the music video for it. It was filmed in Mayfield, Kentucky, which had a pretty devastating tornado a few years ago, and the video was really cool because it showed the whole recovery process and the concert you did there, the benefit show. How did the idea for that video come about?
Well, we had some contacts, people that had friends and people that they knew that lived in Mayfield, and it was just such a devastating event, and we just thought that we would reach out and see if we could help in some way, maybe to raise awareness of just how devastated that community was after that tornado, and so that's what we did. And then I just found out Sunday we actually did a little documentary that went along with a video, a little 30-minute short documentary, and we actually won an Emmy. So, and all the credit goes, of course, to the folks in Mayfield that we spoke with, because their heartfelt comments and testimonies just made it a pretty nice piece.
I think that's really cool. You uplifted a community like that, Trace. That is amazing. Again, Trace Adkins going to be at the Central Iowa Expo in Boone this Saturday, June 22nd. And Trace, speaking of your songs, one of my favorites from you ever is You're Gonna Miss This. It's one of those songs that every time I go back to it and listen to it, I get goosebumps still to this day. And I think it means a lot to a lot of people, because it gives you those feelings of nostalgia as you look back. And how's it feel to have a song like that has so much power?
Well, it's, I love singing that song still to this day. And the crowd does still react to it. And it's just one of those songs that puts things into perspective for you. You need to look at the bigger picture and not focus on just all the little problems that you're having. These are good times, and you need to remember. Anyway, it's been a song that I was blessed to be able to record.
Absolutely. And then kind of on the other end of that, a song I love for completely different reasons is Honky Tonk Badonkadonk. And at the time, I don't know if there were very many songs like that when it came out. There was Tight Fitting Jeans by Conway Twitty, but I think this one was on another level. What was it like putting a song like this out back then? Was it a little risky?
Yeah, well, I just thought people would react to it the way that I reacted to it. Jamie Johnson and Dallas Davidson and Randy Houser wrote that, and when I heard the demo of Jamie singing that, it made me laugh out loud, which is a feat in itself. I don't normally do that, but that song elicited that kind of response from me, and I just thought, if that song will make me smile. It probably would put a smile on a lot of other people's faces too, and so I wasn't too worried about it. I thought it was just a fun little thing.
Well, I think it worked, Trace, because it makes a lot of people smile and laugh at too. I love it. And Trace, before I let you go here, as long with you being a country music star, I love movies, and I've always loved you as an actor, too. I think you're a really great actor in movies like The Lincoln Lawyer, and I can only imagine those are a couple roles I always think about when I think of you. And was that something you always wanted to do? Did you always want to get into movies? How did that come about?
Yeah, well, I think it goes back to when I was in the plays, my junior and senior year of high school. When I was in those high school productions, I enjoyed it, and I just never knew how I was going to find a way to enter into that area. But music and music videos gave me a chance to hook up with people because every director that directs music videos either is a movie producer or wants to be a movie director. So that kind of opened the door for me, and then I've been lucky, and a lot of people have used me and stuff over the years, and I get a kick out of it and enjoy doing it. And we've got some more stuff coming up, and another movie this fall and some television stuff. So I'm just going to keep doing that too, as long as I have fun doing it. I'm at that place in my career where it's a beautiful place to be, where when opportunities come along, you just ask the question, is that going to be something that I would have fun doing? Money's not a motivator. It's just, is that something that I would enjoy doing? And if the answer to that question is yes, then I'm going to go do it. Just like that show in Boone, Iowa. I expect to enjoy that, so I'm going to be there.
Well, absolutely, Trace. And it seems like, from what I saw in that documentary and just how your life's going now, you found that really nice balance between doing what you want to do, but also finding times to relax and just spend time with your family. And that's got to be special to be at that place. It
is. It's great. I'm very content where I am now in my life, and that's a good feeling. And, as long as I get some tractor time every now and then and get out on the land, everything's good.
I love it, Trace. Trace Adkins again. He's going to be at the Central Iowa Expo in Boone this Saturday. Tickets are on sale, centraliowaexpo.com. Trace, we're so excited to welcome you back to Central Iowa, and it was an honor to talk to you, sir. I really mean that.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.